Me.
No, it's fine.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I don't think this will work for me, so I'm going to take it out. Hello all.
Hello.
Although you all sit very quietly, very politely, I know what you think. You say, you must all think that who is this chick who has the cheek to come up here, and when everybody else was reading Amy Tan and Ray Bradbury, and who does she read? She read herself. Well, who do you think you are? So to answer your question, I just want to tell you the story of that little girl who used to believe in fairy tales, and to act out that word that she believed in, she put on her head the crown and she wears sheer clothes, and she thought she was inside her fairy tale. And I am that girl in an older version. I want to be a published author, and I make believe that I have a manuscript, that I step in front of you and I read from it, and I hope that my fairy tale for these 10 minutes I can live in it. So thank you for being here. I will read for you an excerpt from my memoir. It's called Behind the Red Curtain, and this is about the 7 years that my family lived in Saigon after the Vietnam War ended. We were the people who was left behind after the last helicopter had taken off. And this is only walk away from the debate, doubtful of the new option. In the end, the left ear won, and that opposed the next escape route, for who exactly knew which way would lead to freedom, while the odds in the form of lost time were already stacking fast against us. He would not waste any more precious time running to and fro. For many hours, we did not budge from where we doggedly stationed. Time and again, in a burst of desperation, Dad got up to approach the embassy's high gate, to no avail. The human mass, packed in layers immovable in front of that gate, had become an effective barrier against his and other rebellious souls shortcutting through the lines. Normally docile and accommodating, the grievous and abandoned Vietnamese had turned savage, easily provoked to violence if slightly challenged to yield their game ground. Many young men attempted to climb over the high barbed fence, only to be thrown back by soldiers guarding the walls. The sun descended from its high arch, and the heat that had risen up like hot steam from the asphalt was dissipating. The heat that was pressed down on us like from a hot iron was lifted. Mom ordered us to follow the example of the streetwise people around us and climb on top of a car roof to rest, so not to be trampled in case of a stampede towards the gate. Above head, the noisy chopper came and went, whipping the air with their blades like a giant blender operated by an impatient chef. Suddenly, from the far horizon appeared a double helix Chinook, looming larger every minute through the canopy of tamarind trees, pulverizing leaves and branches, sucking up clouds of dust like the vortex of a tornado. The famous scene is well described in an abridged version of Heroes by John Pilger. It was approaching midnight. The embassy compound was lit by the headlights of embassy cars, and the Jolly Green Giant were now taking up to 90 people each. Martin Garrett, the head of security, gathered all the remaining Americans together. The waiting Vietnamese sensed what was happening, and a Marine colonel appeared to reassure them that Ambassador Martin had given his word he would be the last to leave. It was a lie, of course. It was 2:30 a.m. on April 30th when Kissinger phoned Martin and told him to end the evacuation at 3:45 a.m. It might have been 3 a.m. when a great commotion was heard at the main gate, and then a shout, "It's open!" The embassy's enormous submarine had been felled to accommodate the large Chinook. Its life was taken for the Americans to save their own. The American ambassador, Graham Martin, had mentioned that Tamarin, referring to its majestic height as a symbol of the American might. Now, with that tree severed from its roots and the last representative of USA airlifted from his post, its buckskin would become the symbol of a painful defeat. The ants had won an 11.